Hello, and welcome to ECN. Shocking incident. Trump injured in Pennsylvania, rally shooting, suspect identified. Former President Donald Trump was shot during a rally in Pennsylvania on Saturday. He was immediately shielded and taken to safety after his ear was injured. Details are emerging about how it happened and the identity of the shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20. President Joe Biden delivered an address from the Oval Office Sunday night, expressing gratitude that Trump was not seriously hurt. About 6 minutes into Trump's speech, the former president could be seen clutching his ear after popping noises rang out over the rally. Trump ducked to the ground as several Secret Service agents rushed to the stage and surrounded him on all sides. There were screams from onlookers as the scene unfolded. Roughly a minute later, agents helped Trump get up from the ground. He held up his fist to the crowd, prompting cheers from supporters. Several agents then rushed him off the stage and escorted him into a vehicle. Blood could be seen on Trump's ear and on the side of his face. He later said on his social media site, Truth Social, that a bullet pierced the upper part of my right ear. According to preliminary reports, 8 shots were fired by the shooter, an official said. Trump was talking about President Joe Biden's policies on immigration when the shots were fired. The man who died was 50-year-old former firefighter Corey Comparatore. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro said Sunday. He called Comparatore a hero for moving to protect his wife and 2 daughters when the gunshots were heard at the rally. The 2 people who were wounded were David Dutch, 57, of New Kensington, Pennsylvania, and James Copenhaver, 74, of Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Both are being treated at Allegheny General Hospital in Pittsburgh and are listed as being in stable condition. The Secret Service confirmed on X that the shooter is dead. The FBI has identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, a predominantly white, affluent suburb south of Pittsburgh. We do not currently have an identified motive, although our investigators are working tirelessly to determine what that motive was, stated Rohek. A senior law enforcement official, directly briefed on the matter, indicated that the nature of the shooting suggests a political ideology might be the motive, though nothing definitive is known at this time. Crooks used a semi-automatic rifle, based on evidence found at the scene, according to 3 senior U.S. law enforcement officials. The FBI believes the weapon was purchased by his father, though it is unclear how Crooks obtained it. Crooks was a member of the Clairton Sportsman's Club, which offers skeet shooting, high-power rifle exercises, and archery practice. The FBI has sent his phone to a lab for further investigation. Voter records from Pennsylvania show a person with the same name, address, and birth date registered as a Republican. According to the Department of Defense, Crooks had no military affiliation. It remains unclear whether Crooks acted alone or in coordination with others. There is no current evidence linking the shooting to any foreign actors, a U.S. official confirmed. Shots were fired from outside the security perimeter established by the Secret Service, as reported by 3 senior law enforcement officials to NBC News. Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Colonel Bivens stated that the building from which the shooter fired was some distance away from the security perimeter, clarifying how a gunman could bypass security and gun-detecting magnetometers at the rally. Law enforcement officials discovered several suspicious canisters or containers in Crooks's vehicle, which was left near the rally. It is unclear if they were functional as incendiary or explosive devices. The family is reportedly cooperating with investigators. For the detailed coverage, please follow our website, euroconnectnews.com. Biden addresses nation after tragic shooting, calls for unity and democracy. In a heartfelt address from the Oval Office, President Biden shared his condolences for those affected by the recent tragic shooting and emphasized the importance of upholding democratic values. The higher the stakes, the more fervent the passions become, he remarked. This places an added burden on each of us to ensure that no matter how strong our convictions, they must never descend into violence. Earlier in the day, President Biden held a news conference where he revealed that he had spoken with former President Trump, who is doing well and recovering. Biden also mentioned that he and Vice President Kamala Harris have been briefed by law enforcement, the National Security Advisor, and Homeland Security. Biden has directed the Secret Service to provide Trump with every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure his continued safety. Additionally, he has asked the Secret Service to review security for the upcoming Republican National Convention, which begins on Monday, and has ordered an independent review of national security at the rally. The president urged unity and cautioned against jumping to conclusions about the suspect's motives. He first addressed reporters about the shooting from Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, approximately 90 minutes after it occurred. "It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons we have to unite this country," he stated firmly. "We cannot condone this." In light of the event, Biden's campaign has temporarily halted its activities. A campaign official announced that they will be pausing all outbound communications and working to pull down our television ads as quickly as possible. Trump rally shooting spurs support for RFK Jr.'s request for Secret Service protection. The recent shooting at a Trump rally has prompted lawmakers to rally behind independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s campaign request for Secret Service protection. Despite the heightened safety concerns, Kennedy's campaign currently lacks government protection and is relying heavily on private security, as disclosed in its campaign finance filings. Kennedy, acutely aware of the dangers of campaigning, often reflects on the tragic assassinations of his father, Robert Kennedy, in 1968, and his uncle, President John F. Kennedy, in 1963. In a show of solidarity and respect, Kennedy praised Donald Trump's courage as inspirational following the assassination attempt at the rally. The independent presidential candidate, whose family has a history marked by political violence, reached out to Trump 78, offering his support and relief that Trump was not more severely injured. "I sent a message to President Trump and his family, expressing my relief that he was not more badly injured, wishing him a quick recovery, and thanking him for his courage during the event, which was truly inspirational," Kennedy said in an interview on Hannity. Kennedy also expressed a desire for unity, urging President Biden to join Trump in addressing the nation. "I really hope that President Biden reaches out to President Trump and offers him a podium somewhere, so that these two men can reassure the nation and inspire us all to start being kind to each other," Kennedy added. Kennedy's call for a change in the campaign's tone aims to promote kindness and solidarity in a politically charged environment. As the campaign moves forward, the request for Secret Service protection highlights the ongoing concerns for the safety of political candidates in the current climate. Trump rally shooting raises security concerns. Snipers' rooftop access under scrutiny. In the wake of the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, widespread concerns and questions have emerged about how a sniper was able to obtain rooftop access approximately 150 meters from the former president's position at an outdoor rally. Sources describe the shooting as originating from the 3 o'clock position relative to Trump's podium, with shots fired from his right side. Moments after the gunfire began, Secret Service counter-assault snipers engaged and neutralized the suspect on top of a nearby roof. The shooter's location outside the security perimeter has sparked questions about the size of the perimeter and the thoroughness of efforts to secure the American Glass Research Building. Law enforcement sources indicate that a comprehensive review will be conducted to determine whether the Secret Service had adequate assets to protect Trump in the days leading up to his official nomination as the Republican presidential candidate, and whether proper procedures were followed in conducting security sweeps of the building. Foundationally, one of the most basic elements of site security, especially a site that's outside and largely uncontrolled, is to eliminate sightlines to the space where the protectee will be either speaking or just occupying, former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe stated on CNN's State of the Union Sunday morning. "When you look at that map, it so clearly points to those buildings that are within it, clearly within shooting range." This incident has highlighted critical vulnerabilities in rally security measures and has prompted calls for a reassessment of security protocols to prevent similar threats in the future. The review will focus on the adequacy of the security perimeter and the effectiveness of the measures in place to secure buildings with potential vantage points. Urgent action needed. Major U.S. cities facing hazardous air pollution levels. Recent studies reveal that cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago are experiencing hazardous levels of air pollution, far exceeding safe limits set by environmental standards. The analysis of pollutants such as particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and ozone shows a grim picture. The intensification of wildfires across the western United States has significantly worsened urban air quality, spreading smoke and particulate matter over vast distances. Additionally, industrial activities, including manufacturing, power generation, and transportation, remain primary sources of urban air pollution. Long-term exposure to this polluted air is linked to serious respiratory diseases, disproportionately affecting children, the elderly, and those with pre-existing conditions. Low-income communities and communities of color bear the brunt of these health disparities, highlighting environmental justice issues. As we face this worsening air quality crisis, immediate and concerted action from policymakers, industries, and communities is essential. By addressing the root causes of pollution and implementing effective strategies, we can protect public health and ensure a safer environment for future generations. U.S. economy faces slower growth amid high prices and elevated interest rates. The U.S. economy is expected to lose momentum in the near term as high prices and elevated interest rates dampen domestic demand. Real GDP growth slowed dramatically to 1.4% quarterly annualized in Q1 2024, down from 3.4% in Q4 2023, and is likely to have expanded at a similar rate in Q2. While we do not anticipate a recession in 2024, consumer spending is expected to cool further, causing real GDP growth to decelerate to around 1% quarterly annualized in Q3 2024. However, GDP growth is projected to pick up later in the year as inflation subsides and the Federal Reserve signals and then enacts interest rate cuts. By 2025, with 2% inflation and somewhat lower interest rates, real GDP growth is expected to reach its potential near 2%. Despite this optimistic outlook, the timing and pace of interest rate cuts remain highly uncertain, with policy rates potentially settling above pre-pandemic levels. The U.S. Census Bureau announced seasonally adjusted business application and formation statistics for June 2024. The business application series reflects applications for tax IDs through IRS Form SS4 filings, while the business formation series tracks employer business formations indicated by the first instance of payroll tax liabilities. For June 2024, projected business formations within 4 quarters, adjusted for seasonal variation, were 28,166, marking a 0.9% increase compared to May 2024. This projection suggests that 28,166 new business startups with payroll tax liabilities are expected to form within 4 quarters from the business applications filed in June 2024, indicating a slight uptick in new business formations compared to the previous month. TaylorSwift enchants Milan with acoustic mashup, while Whitaker celebrates 63rd birthday, a night of joy and talent. Taylor Swift joked that she may have finally broken her flower-painted piano during the acoustic section of Night 2 in Milan, Italy. The acoustic section is the part of the show that I look forward to every single night because it's always different, Swift shared, as she began with her guitar song selection. As she played some chords at the end of the Eras Tour catwalk, she added, "It's also an opportunity for me to hang out with you wild people back here." Swift then launched into a captivating mashup of Mr. Perfectly Fine from Fearless, Taylor's version, and the title track from Red, Taylor's version. The light-up wristbands illuminated the San Siro Stadium in a bright cherry red, creating a mesmerizing atmosphere. "That's why he's spinning round in my head, comes back to me burning red, and you're Mr. Perfectly Fine." Swift passionately strummed the final notes of the mixed songs, leaving the audience in awe. Happy 63rd birthday, Whitaker. Wishing you a fantastic day filled with joy, love, and celebration as you mark this special milestone. Your incredible talent has earned you numerous accolades, including an Academy Award, an Oscar, and a Golden Globe, solidifying your place as one of the most distinguished actors of our time. Your inspiring performances have touched the hearts of many and continue to captivate audiences around the world. May this year bring you even more success, happiness, and unforgettable moments. Enjoy your special day to the fullest. With warmest regards and best wishes, historic sporting triumphs. Alcaraz shines at Wimbledon. Argentina secures Copa America. Spain dominates Euro 2024. And Ayaka Furue excels at Evian Championship. In a spectacular showcase of athleticism, Carlos Alcaraz has etched his name in tennis history by winning Wimbledon at just 21 years old, defeating the legendary Novak Djokovic to claim his fourth Grand Slam title. His victory marks a significant milestone in men's tennis, heralding the arrival of a new generation of champions. Simultaneously, Argentina celebrated their 16th Copa America title with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Colombia, despite Lionel Messi's injury sidelining him during crucial moments. Angel Di Maria's early goal proved decisive, demonstrating Argentina's resilience and tactical prowess. Japan's Ayaka Furue captured her first major title at the Evian Championship with a breathtaking eagle putt on the final hole. This stunning finish not only marks a personal achievement for Furue, but also signifies a new era for Japanese women's golf, inspiring aspiring players around the globe. These historic victories illuminate the incredible talent and determination within the world of sports, setting the stage for an exciting future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting content. Your support means a lot to us.